G'day guys, my name is Lord Tomo here again with another Sonic the Hedgehog toy item collectible review. As we know, this is the Blue Star Sonic the Hedgehog. He seems to have my wallet for some reason. Not entirely sure, as you know, you kind of collect rings, not actual Australian dollars. I'll talk about economics to this guy another day. Before we get into the actual review, I'd like to make two shout outs to two individuals for funny enough wanted me to make a shout out. Their name's Ben and Javier. They work with me and they figured they wanted me to give them a shout out. Strange request, I know, but I figured I might as well do it. So Ben, Javier, you know who you are. Now let's get into the interesting review here and go to the Sonic the Hedgehog Italian promotional badge, or in this case it's actually referred to as the Sonic badge. This is a more or less badge that was given to as a promotion to Italian customers back in the day of Sonic the Hedgehog 1991, where you could basically obviously get a badge and you get various prizes. This has an interesting and sizable amount of information, funny enough, and thank God I was lucky to actually get one, as I was searching for this particular item for a while, to be honest. So let's get down to the actual basics and nitty-gritties of what this is, how it came to be, etc, etc. Now sorry, itchy on my feet. Now first and foremost, this is obviously a Sonic badge and it came in a box. Now the way this more or less was apparently given to at the time, I could be wrong, I don't exactly think I am, but more or less this was given to Sega Genesis consoles available to the Italian importers, and it was only included in some of the Genesis consoles, and apparently it had some interesting feature as well. So Italian importers would get this or in the console, either in the console or like kind of like here's a Genesis, here's the badge sort of thing. I'm not entirely sure of which two it was exactly. I'm guessing it's more or less you buy a console, hey, congratulations, you get yourself, you know, this interesting badge, which well, it's a nice. So it is exclusively made and I guess done through Italian. I was about to say through Italian, through the Italian market. So it's pretty exclusive and rare within its own right, simply because it was isolated to the one country. Anyway, so this is the Retro Sonic the Hedgehog. Pretty cute. Came in a nice little box. On the side here, if I can get a good view and it focuses, oh please focus. It doesn't. It has another picture of Sonic the Hedgehog. Can't really get it. On the bottom it has nothing. On the side, obviously what it is, Sonic badge. At the top it has nothing, and at the back it has a bunch of Italian text, which is definitely not going to come out for whatever reason. Now I did briefly look into this, kind of semi-translated, and it kind of explains how this gimmick more or less works. However, I didn't exactly translate this. I got the actual promotional sheet as well, which is this actual promotional sheet as well. This is more or less the sheet that you basically need to fill out and sign off to do the actual gimmick. Now, before we get into the actual gimmick, how it supposedly worked, and etc, etc, let's go and check out the actual item itself, because that's the fun bit to it. Now, it did not come with this little bubble wrap. It actually came when I purchased it originally from the seller, which was, you know, alright. She also included a bunch of batteries as well, kind of as a thank you for, you know, buying the actual item itself, which I thought it was a nice little, you know, nice that she did. Now this is the actual little badge itself. It's not actually little, it's pretty sizable if you think about it. You know, here it is. So that's the actual badge itself, and he looks like a demonic little demon hedgehog, which I don't know, has its pros and cons, I suppose. And at the actual back is the actual sticker. Now this actually connected to this little bit. This is in, I'd like to say, near condition, because it did semi-rip off, and this little piece connected to this. You know, it is from 1991. You kind of expect it, and this little tab is when you pull it, you know, you get the added extra special sound effects, which I shall get into soon. So it's an interesting badge. It's just him in his traditional pose, nothing too interesting. Now this is how the gimmick works. I'll show you first and foremost. I'll just turn it on. Pretty cute, eh? I'm gonna eat you. So that's the actual initial gimmick. You have three settings. You have obviously on, which is what you heard. You have off, which is obviously off, which is him doing that. And you have an interesting other mode, which if you look closely, please focus. You know, I'm probably going to invest in a new camera just to make these videos a little more effective. You have a little setting that says TV. Interesting, right? TV. Now this is how the gimmick worked. Now I did translate it from the actual pamphlet that I did receive as well with this. Now during the Italian, I guess, commercial shows, well, this is how much I translated. Well, so let's see, you buy a console, Master System Plus, or Mega Drive Game Gear or TV tuner, all three boxes in a single purchase. You'll be giving a free and magical brooch called Sonic Electronic Badge, which is this. Mind you, this is what I'm translating with Google Translate. You know, don't hold me exactly to it. Wearing the badge follows spot, advertisement, or television broadcast sponsored games. So precious, and place the button on the back of the TV to TV. Once you do this, you'll receive and this is exactly interesting, you will receive 3 swatches on the badge. Now when watching the TV, if the eye starts to flash and you heard a magical sound of supersonic, you are a winner of one of these prizes. Basically, back in the 90s, which is pretty impressive to be honest. I think this works off infrared, if I'm not mistaken, where basically you switch to TV mode. I've switched it to TV mode. Now obviously, you know, nothing's happening because I'm not in front of a TV, I'm in front of a monitor. You will have certain game advertisements, certain game, I guess, Sega promotional stuff as well. Now if this little unit starts flashing as supersonic, or like a special sound other than this one, you become a winner, and you can claim several prizes, which I think is extremely nice and fascinating, especially from the 90s, to be honest. Obviously we don't have those commercials, and obviously I wasn't able to source them, so I can't exactly test, you know, this works. And even if I did, you need to have it on the old CRT TVs, so it's going to be extremely hard to replicate, if that. So, which I find quite interesting, you know, but you know, at the same time impressive at the same token, to be honest. But it is extremely interesting nonetheless. So this is the actual gimmick itself. Now impressive within itself, and but the thing is, I got this more or less with this piece as well, which is another interesting piece to the actual collection itself, which I think is quite awesome to have. Basically everything here is, I'll take it out, I just have it in the Plex League just for added protection, but this was given to, I guess, retailers so they can basically fill out the sign. Overall it's a nice design. Grande Iniziative, I don't know if you're going to pronounce that. Yeah, I've got a chubby Sonic the Hedgehog with a red background, and here it is. Basically if you're a winner, you will fill out all the details and you could win yourself a Master System 2 Plus, Mega Drive, Game Gear, TV tuner, or 3 video chichi, which is 3 video cartridges. Pretty impressive. It's good enough that you could win this prize. I mean, get this as given to you by the retailer, and to become a winner as well. And obviously, if you decide and get even more prizes, that is extremely sweet. Now this item, as I made mention, is more or less pretty rare within itself, extremely rare to be honest. So, you know, winning one of these is pretty much almost hard, to say the least. So how much did this send me back? This sent me back, I don't know, I think it was £100 maybe, if I'm not mistaken, which I think is $180. So I got this I got the box, all mint condition, or near mint condition because of this, for about $180. Pricey for a badge, especially for most collectors out there, but I thought this was extremely worth it. I wanted it in my collection, so I figured I might as well just get this, you know, fill it up with my collection. It was something that I initially wanted to get, to be honest, and I eventually did get it, and I was extremely happy to get it. Now in terms of rarity, I'm definitely going to have to bump this up to maybe 9 stars out of 10, simply because you can find them. You can find this item, well, you can find this item and this box in one thing, but to get the actual brochure itself, the actual pamphlet which you can fill out in there, is going to bump up the value extremely high. So 9 stars out of 10. It cost me about 180 bucks, and it's an Italian import, to be honest. It was only released in Italy, so that within itself is rare, to be directly honest with you. Anyway guys, I do appreciate that you guys do watch my videos, to be honest, and I don't know, I figured I might as well end the show. Nah, it actually gets pretty boring after a while, but I do appreciate that you guys actually do watch it. And I still do have a competition. It's about 5 days left until it basically ends, so if you want to join that, you can. If not, hey, look, it's totally up to you. Anyway guys, thank you for watching my videos, and speed on. Peace.